Ryan Lewis, your co-host of Creep.
Tonight on Split Screen, we have the infamous GameCube classic Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem.
And what a classic it is. This spooky puzzle adventure was released in 2002, and though it wasn't a commercial success at launch, it has become a cult classic years after it hit the market.
Though developer Silicon Knights went bankrupt shortly after the game's release, Eternal Darkness won several awards and went on to become a must-have horror game for collectors and GameCube enthusiasts alike.
Let's get ready to explore the world of darkness now and hop right in.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're going to start a new game so that we can show the viewers these insane cutscenes.
Man, it's already spoopy and I'm stumbling on my words already.
Flesh.
Sheesh.
Flesh.
Bound together with the oddest magical incantation.
Oh my god.
This wretched book is where it all began so long ago.
Wow, it's getting all Necronomicon up in here.
Before humanity.
Bones.
I am Dr. Edward Roivas. I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead.
Oh, well that's good.
Well,
This is not my story.
That's a good way to start it off.
The story of the Roivas family.
It's very intriguing.
It is the story of humanity. Like it or not, believe it or not, as you will. Your perceptions will not change reality, but simply color it.
It'll just color it, man. That's fine.
Humanity has been on the edge of extinction for 2 millennia. Ignorant of so much.
Oh my god.
This is kind of outside of Nintendo's wheelhouse to some extent, you think?
Yeah, a little bit. Like it's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Their time
Already with all like the
once
skulls and the
again
flesh and this crazy
Whether by
intonations
fate
of this
or
guy.
misfortune, my family has crossed
I don't think they could really
And
like
they didn't
ignore the
take
whole
kindly
forced
to it.
horror game genre
Their
once
attention
Silent Hill
turns
came
to
out.
my
Oh yeah.
granddaughter.
Or like even Resident Evil to a
she's
lesser
the
extent.
last
Like they even had the Resident Evil 2 on the
And the
64.
last hope.
Yeah, this definitely feels like Resident Evil to some
Yeah.
extent. And this scene change is crazy.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Okay. All right. So this
Thrown
just
right
puts,
in. Okay,
puts you
we're-
right in there.
got a gun.
There's
Zombies,
some
okay.
zombags. Awesome.
Got him. Got him. Okay,
Nice.
run away.
Run!
Blam. Blammo.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh, I got him. Oh no, there's one right behind me.
Oh, we got that.
Die.
You shot them in half.
Oh yeah, I got him. Okay.
Oh, you got some more.
Oh no, I'm all out. Oh no.
Oh my.
Here, we'll hand it off.
All right, we'll give this a shot. Gotta sit at the.
Oh. The ghost grandpa.
He has no eyeballs. The key maker is here.
The key maker. Oh gosh, I remember that. So good.
Oh boy, 333.
333.
That's the worst.
That's half of 666.
Dude, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning always just kind of
yeah.
like throws me for a loop.
It's kind of just like Christmas, because you just go right back to bed.
Did you ever see that
who's
that
this?
horror movie? It was the Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I didn't see that one, but
That one was really gnarly. Like the way they portrayed the demon and stuff. Like you would wake up at 3 in the morning, then you'd like smell like something was burning, and it was just really, really creepy. And
uh-oh, police cars.
oh my,
The Roivas family estate.
Rhode Island.
Ah. Classic detective drinking coffee.
Ah, Miss Roivas, I'm pleased to meet you. I trust you had a pleasant trip.
Okay.
Yes, I suppose so.
I like how she just
considering-
left without any
Yeah, right.
explanation.
Condolences. This is most unpleasant.
Classic horror people.
It's a shame we couldn't meet under brighter circumstances.
Kind of a weird
Yes,
thing
it
to
is.
say to someone you just
Can we
met.
get this over with, please?
Of course, this way.
Makes it very obvious
must
that
warn
you're
you.
hitting on them.
Yes.
Not a pleasant
Classic
sight.
this guy.
Grandpa just died, but do you want to
I'm
go get some
afraid there's
coffee?
It's like,
not
can I
much
get your
to see.
number?
Also, he just said there's not much to see, but then there's this much to see.
She's like clearly
That's,
just
that's
yeah.
a lot
that's
to see.
that's a lot.
That's a lot to see.
You
I
couldn't
think.
clean any of that up? Come on,
boy.
man.
Miss Roivas,
Little ring.
is that your grandfather, Edward?
You put a sheet on
Yes,
it.
it's him. He's
very
wearing
sure.
our family ring.
No.
Oh, the ring.
Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. I guess we should watch it instead of heckling it first.
I don't understand. Why are you showing me this? Can't you check
just
dental
casually
records or
drinks his
something?
coffee.
What's wrong with you?
Dental records.
I'm sorry. It's my job, lady. You're the only living relative, and no,
Oh
we
my
can't
God.
check dental records. There's no head.
Oh.
None of this
boy.
makes sense.
That's
There's no
not
sign
good.
of intrusion, and there was certainly
Yeah.
a lot of force used here. I have never seen anything like this in my 20 years on the force.
20 years on the
There's
force.
it's always that. It's like, I've never seen this in my blank years on the Force.
20 years is like the
Yeah,
obligatory
classic,
amount
you
to
know.
have seen enough stuff.
15's not enough. 30 is maybe too much.
Dude, yeah, you're retired by then.
There must be some clue in this old mansion revealing what happened. I want answers.
So do I. I wish I had some.
I mean, you guys have been here for a while. How do you not?
2 weeks later, I guess.
All right.
Oh, but
Shocked by her grandfather's mysterious death and frustrated at the incompetence of the local police, Alex vows to uncover the truth. She decides to search the mansion, the place where Edward conducted his research. If there was a tie to his past, and possibly a tie to his murderer, it would be here.
So a lot of this game is about exploration and kind of figuring out what you want to get and what you want to do. And we've sort of played through it a little bit, and Michael's played it already. So we're kind of going to skip some of the exploring parts because that's a little bit boring. But it'll take us straight to where we need to go.
Oh wow, we got a dresser key. It
Dun,
wasn't
dun,
the winding
dun,
key at
dun.
all. Nice.
Got it.
Yeah, very Legend of Zelda up in here.
And if you missed that, it said that the clock was stuck at 3:33.
Also the time that she woke up
Yeah.
at. So we're already beginning the
We
strange
got a little bit of a
coincidences.
theme going on.
Strange happenings for strange people. Let's see.
Oh
yes.
yeah,
Oh, I don't want to be in here. This
yeah.
place
That's
is
the weird
silly.
room. Whispers.
Yeah, I think it does that whisper anytime like you come into some place that has like a significant mechanic.
Also, I feel like that's just sort of an ambient thing that you'd hear in a haunted house, just strange whispers coming from nowhere.
That's fair. Grandfather just died here. Kind of creepy. Okay, here we go. We'll examine.
A lot of the horror games I've played have depended heavily on the soundtrack and,
Yes.
the ambient music and stuff.
The sound design is very reminiscent of like Resident Evil or like Silent
Yeah.
Hill, those types.
And there we go.
Ta-da! Spoopy mansion.
Yeah, the camera angles definitely remind me of like Silent Hill.
Oh my God! They remind me of the original Resident Evil so much. Like this
Oh,
thing
yeah.
right here, where like the controls will change drastically by
Yeah.
going around corners.
But-
Like
but
you're
yeah.
pressing forward on the D-pad, and then it like
And then
switches to
you're-
like
yeah, and then
left
you're
to
going
right,
Left to right. Mm-hmm.
and it just makes it like much more hectic, particularly when there's enemies around. So it just kind of amps up that horror in artificial ways, but
Yeah.
it still like feels intense because you're like, I can't see. What am I doing?
Yeah, I think the game that I first played, or the game that I played that first sort of enforced those like ideas was like Dead Space, where you're kind of, the camera's like right behind your shoulder, and so you're forced to basically like live in constant paranoia that you're about to get ripped open by some alien guys.
Equip, check. Okay.
Classic inventory.
Hey, we got a sword.
There we go. Cool.
There we go. All right, let's see. Oh, this looks like the old Necronomicon itself, eh? Okay, launch load the bound antique book.
Bound with
rests on
spines.
the cluttered desk. Should Alex read the book? Yeah, you sure should.
Let's go ahead and read the book.
Because nothing ever bad happened from reading books wrapped in human skin, am I right?
Oh yeah. It's part of my daily routine.
Okay.
Oh. Tower.
Oh boy. This is getting all H.P. Lovecraft in here real fast.
I like how she just
had
kind of
no
rubs her
knowledge
head
of
like,
what was
oh
to
man,
come.
just had a bad
Nor did I care.
headache.
Well, that's kind
How
of
the
like
knowledge
poignant though,
changed
because
me.
this is one of the very first
will
games that
also
actually
change
introduced
you.
the sanity mechanic
Oh,
as
yeah.
like an
This,
additional health to your
you will come
to your
to learn
like
fear
physical
as I
life.
have.
Yeah. Well, I
You
mean, not only
come
do you
to
have to worry about
understand
your life, but then you have to worry about
you
your
will
sanity in the
perish.
game, and then that sort of adds just to your entire
To think that
experience of the
once
game
I could
as a
not
whole.
see beyond the
Yeah.
veil
It
of our
shows you
reality.
Like these,
see
the
those
things that happen when you're saying,
dwell
like when monsters
behind.
see you, like your sanity depletes,
life
and
now has
killing them
purpose.
will get your sanity back
For I
up.
Yeah.
But like a lot of
learned the
weird
frailty of
stuff will
flesh
happen when your sanity meter goes down, like the screen
I
will
was
warp or
once
Oh yeah.
when I played this game a long time ago when it first came out, one of the weirdest things happened. I was at the very bottom of my
Where is
sanity meter, and there's
Queens
monsters all over the place. And
Where is
then,
Consul
as I was running, my head falls off, and I have to go and pick up my head, and it's like an action, and it's in my inventory.
Okay.
I just had my own head in my
Oh,
inventory.
these guys are speaking Latin.
Oh my gosh.
Quam primum, Centurio Augustus.
Volo res
I would like to
militaris.
compliment you once more on your battle tactics.
Just
Our
switch
enemies
to
did
English.
not have
Okay.
a chance.
They're doing that thing where like they're speaking.
Do you believe that it really exists, Centurion?
Really
I do not
exists.
doubt our Emperor's beliefs or his orders. But if we are to retrieve the artifact, then we must be strong and patient.
It's true. We must. These guys. So it's basically like going back through Pius Augustus. It's going back through this guy's family and showing what happened with this book, like way back in the day. This was 26 AD?
Yeah. Or no, 26 BC.
BC, yeah.
We were close to that line.
Yeah, right there. Oh, we got some ominous obelisks.
Good old Anonymous. Can't go wrong with strange rocks that jut out of the ground with runes on them.
Alliteration aside, you should probably get out of there, bro. Oh, am I kidding? He's gonna walk in
He's gonna
there.
go right in the middle.
This is fine.
See what happens.
Rule number 1 of horror movies, always expect scary looking things.
Oh, beams of light. That's nice.
Yeah. It's not bad. Okay, nope. Yep, that's really not good.
Oh, he's gone now.
Oh, okay. We got some alien technology here taking us down. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, there'll be more puzzles, more skeletons, and more darkness.
Stick around.
I'm OSU because I like orange, and I'm in the drum line. So it means something to me to be the sound of the school.
I'm OSU because I like being involved with leadership here on campus.
I am OSU because I'm passionate about sustainability.
I am OSU because I like how it's different from where I'm from.
I am OSU because I love enhancing the college experience.
I am OSU because I like helping students.
I'm OSU because I'm getting a chance to find myself here.
I am OSU because I want to leave a legacy.
I am OSU.
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 Welcome back, split screeners, to Split Screen Halloween Spooktacular.
Today we're exploring the world of Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
So far, we've gotten into, we've opened the book as, the young lady, and now we are with Pius Augustus.
And we're
descending.
We're going down a ladder that leads into the dank heart of the labyrinth. Oh.
Ooh.
I always like going into dank hearts of places.
Yeah. You always know there's going to be something interesting down there at least.
Yep.
Ooh, a cube.
Cube, okay, and there's dead bodies in the ground.
Okay.
Oh, and just a nice skeleton gentleman to meet us. Let's go greet him.
Hello, sir.
All right, let's get him.
Oh my God, that spitting fire is just, it gets me every
time.
His friends are there.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, watch out, they're gonna get me.
Oh, run. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
and that's like one of the scary things about those horror games too, is like the controls are sometimes not as responsive as they should be. Just kill him,
what
please.
the heck? Okay.
Thank you got a health meter. Wow, thanks for
telling us about the health meter.
That makes me even more anxious when it just stops in the middle and then you come back and don't know where everything is. Like, did they move?
Oh, finishing moves. There we go.
Here we go. Yeah, he's a Roman centurion. He's fine.
Cube, granite block.
Pius picks up the granite block. Gosh, this really reminds me of like the Temple of Doom.
Oh yeah, Temple of Doom and like the very end of Crusaders of the Last, or the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Last, like,
feels a bit mummy too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta keep on killing these guys because they keep on getting back up.
So speaking of like scary movies and spooktacular, like what has been your favorite scary movie of the season?
Of the season? Mm-hmm. Now that's a hard one to answer, but I'd have to say that it was my favorite
oh my gosh,
scary
it's
movie.
So good.
It's good, and and it balances its scares with a lot of comedy relief, which doesn't like take away from the scares. I think a lot of scary movies tend to like either overdo the scares and not do any sort of comic relief to sort of lighten the mood and get you in the mood for other scares, or like they put way too much comic relief in and then it ends up being like
too campy
or too cheesy.
But I felt like Evil Dead.
Oh yeah, this is my boomstick. Yeah, I felt like it definitely had a lot of scares, but the comic relief was justified.
Wow, there's a lot of guys in here.
Oh yeah.
Run away!
Oh boy.
There it is. Oh God, there's another one.
Keep on getting me. Okay. Run away.
Run away! Oh my God.
This game just run away a little bit and fight a little bit, and run away a little bit and fight a little bit.
It's very, it feels very God of War, with all the hack and slashing and the puzzles that you gotta solve. And it's also very kind of reminiscent of that because graphically they came out in the same era, GameCube and PS2.
Yeah. When was the first God of War come out? Like 2006, 2007?
I think it was like 2002.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Way back in the day.
No, I think it was like more like 2005, something like that.
Really?
I feel like everybody watching who has played more God of War than us is like, no, you dummies, it came out this year.
You guys are stupid.
Do you play video games?
I don't play video games, clearly.
I play video games, but
I just play them poorly.
Not nearly as much. I go back and I play. I'm like the worst kind of player. I'm like the person who watches the same movie over and over again. I just play Skyrim like forever. Even if I have completed it, I'll just like play through the quests again because it's just Skyrim is like one of those games for me that's like the best.
I feel that on the spiritual level. I always have like a hard time coming into new gaming experiences when I'm like, but I just want to play, you know, this game again. I've already beat it 8 times.
Yeah, exactly. What's your favorite horror game?
Oh man, my favorite horror game. I'd say it's definitely Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect marriage of like action shooter and like the Silent Hill era.
Mm-hmm. Now, which one is that one?
Or the survival horror, not Silent Hill.
What's the like subtitle of that one? It's just called Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4, yeah. Essentially, it takes place after all like the Raccoon City stuff happens, but it's not really the T-virus. Leon S. Kennedy, he's hired by the U.S. government. He has to go over to rescue the president's daughter.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like Spanish countryside and like weird castles and like crazy cultists and stuff. So
yeah, well, that's just Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Gotta have the crazy cultists.
Yeah.
And the weird people just speaking Spanish, being like, cabron.
Yeah.
Like the cycling of the dialogues in that.
Well, they say a lot meaner things than that.
Oh, do they?
Oh, yes. Which I will not repeat here.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a lot of like just saying, we'll kill you. And you're like, well,
oh, yeah.
all right.
Okay, well.
Here we go.
I expected as much.
And then I just felt like it upped the creep factor than the original Resident Evils did because the zombies were intelligent. Like they could chase you around and they could use like the environments to your disadvantage and they could operate weapons and you're just like, oh my God, this is not good.
With like the chainsaw guy.
Oh yeah. Super, super terrifying. Like the quintessential scene from that game is when you're in the village climbing up the ladder trying to block up that thing and then you hear that chainsaw, you're like, oh, okay.
No. Yeah, my favorite horror game probably is Amnesia Dark Descent.
Ooh, yeah. They also did the Sanity meter.
Yeah, they had the Sanity meter. And in that game, if you go into like the menu for your health and your sanity is represented by like your brain and the brain stem.
Yeah.
And then your heart's represented by, or your health represented by a heart and stuff. And in that game, if you are in the dark for too long, or if you see one of the monsters, you start to lose sanity, and the screen starts to warp and stuff, and yeah, you hear weird stuff going on.
So you've got to like light candles and torches.
Yeah,
and
you got to make sure you conserve your torches and your candles, and especially the oil for the lantern.
Yeah.
Because if you wind up in a dungeon without any light, you basically have to like run back to the last place where you lit up, because then you can kind of get your sanity back.
Oh, hello, guys. Oh, you see them? He's trying to box you in there. Oh, man.
I was trying to cut his head off.
You got that guy. Look, he's grabbing for it. Nice to see a little comic relief in there.
Got him.
There you go. Oh, he's getting up.
Came back up. Okay. Well, his head's gone though, so it's good.
He's just swiping at nothing. That big in there.
Keep on trying to get it. There we go. Got his
there
head.
It is.
they're just standing in place swiping.
These poor guys.
Okay, finish him.
Hey-oh.
Got him.
Finish him. Go full
All right.
Mortal Kombat up in here.
And then I guess probably one of my other favorites is Dead Space, just because it's a classic. And Dead Space definitely scared the crap out of me just because the camera angles make you so paranoid.
Yeah.
And also just there's a lot of walking around and seeing dead corpses and not wondering if they're gonna pop up and start trying to eat you or if they're just regular dead corpses.
Well, I really like how they implement that because when you have like a dead corpse there, it like focuses your attention on it, so that they can get you from a different scare closer at a different spot. And like
someone pops out of a vent or something.
Some of them are just red herring, so you get all amped up. You're like, oh God,
right.
get away! And like, oh, it's just
Here we go.
Of course.
The artifact.
Oh man, he's.
Look at it. Okay, we'll do this
shaped
one
like
then.
a dome, a pale blue. Oh.
Let's grab it.
Let's grab it. Let's use the powers. Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, geez.
Oh, no.
Ancient power.
Oh, wow. It's torturing him pretty good. His eye holes.
My eye holes. Ooh, crispy.
Oh, yeah. He's upset.
Oh.
Wow. That got dark.
He got a makeover.
Yes.
A bit of a makeover.
Oh boy.
Nope, here comes another cutscene. Here, you can play the next section.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty amazing how Nintendo has this on here.
Yeah, it's really good. I like the cutscenes a lot.
And the transitions are really cool. Ulioth.
No mountain too high.
Also, he just said multiverses. Maybe this is a Rick and Morty tie.
Oh boy.
No, kidding. Just kidding.
Or is he? Okay. Alex has acquired the Tome of Eternal Darkness, aka the Necronomicon.
AKA, wait, yeah, the Necronomicon. Yeah, isn't there other books? There's other like things that are like the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead from the Mummy.
Mm-hmm. Take the chapter page. Yeah, why not? The Binding of the Corpse God. Well, that is inviting.
God. We should bind up the Corpse God. I
agree. He should stay bound.
We should not have a Corpse God unbound.
Corpse gods tend to exacerbate things.
What happens if you open up the book again?
Check.
Oh, you can just check it. Okay.
Okay. Endowed with magical powers. That's kind of cool. They spelled it with a K.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wasn't there that door?
Oh yeah, maybe we can open that door now. This door with a.
Come on, Alex.
The key is the sword.
The gladius, yeah. Maybe it'll open up a different part of the house that we can go into. Doody-doody-doo. Nothing nefarious.
Halloween was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I went over to a friend's house and watched 2 John Carpenter movies, Halloween, the original Halloween, and The Thing.
The Thing is so good.
Those two are great. Have you seen those?
I have seen those.
Yeah.
The Thing is just nuts, the way they did those practical effects.
Yeah.
Everything in that space is just absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, like I was watching the part where the guy's head falls off. Spoiler alert. In one of the scenes where the guy's head falls off when the thing is coming out of him, and one of my friends said that his head fell off, and in that scene they use wax and like rubber to get that effect to happen. And
yeah, it was like wasn't it microwave bubble gum?
Yeah,
to
something
make the
like
head
that.
fall off.
Yeah, and then the head turns into a spider. You know.
Yeah.
Because like you do in any horror movie.
When your head falls off, you become a spider guy.
Yep.
It's fine.
Nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start.
Okay, so we're going to go into
I'm reminded of
different
ideas I first
time
encountered
zone.
in Sir James George Fraser's book,
What
The
were
Golden
your
Bough.
What are your
a
favorite
study
horror
in
movies?
magic and religion.
Oh man, my favorite horror movies. To go back to that earlier story about the exorcism of Emily Rose.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fun story I have about that. So like I said, the premise of that was when the demon comes to basically collect you, like you wake up at 3 o'clock, see some horrible crap, and something smells like it's burning. So it was
good.
I was hanging out with some of my friends, like we were at a bonfire, and we went to sleep, and I ended up waking up in the middle of the night, and I look at the clock as I'm in the bathroom, and it's 3 o'clock. I'm like,
oh no,
I smell something burning. I'm like,
oh no.
no. So like that movie has forever scarred me.
Oh yeah.
It's too much. Like any of those Exorcist movies really just get me. Like the first time I watched the original Exorcist, I did not sleep for 3 days
Yeah, that movie's
afterward.
really good. Yeah, I watched that last term for the first time.
Really?
And it scared the pants off me.
I still declined to watch it.
Yeah, well, my parents always make jokes about Linda Blair and stuff because she projectile vomits in that. So they always make jokes about like when I was a kid, they'd be like, oh, he Linda Blaired all over me.
It's getting all Cthulhu too. Dang, homie.
He got new armor.
Yeah, he's got a dress. He's very cult-like. That's good. Cults, you know.
Cults.
Have you ever read any of those Lovecraft books?
I haven't. I have not read
Call of
any of
Cthulhu,
the.
nothing.
No, but I did read the Amityville Horror,
Ooh, yeah.
which is the one that sort of spawned those movies, but then also sort of inspired The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Which is probably one of my other favorite horror movies.
Oh my God, The Conjuring. Both of them, they're just really good movies. The cinematography is fantastic.
I mean, and also say what you will about Annabelle, like the sort of like structure of like the lore they set up in that movie to sort of push the rest of the series along is kind of like ingenious, like having all the different like artifacts in that room, and Annabelle's one of them. So then making the next movie be Annabelle, you know, kind of makes sense.
That's also just like the kind of thing that's happening in films these days, that we're getting into big old cinematic universes now.
Oh,
like, Universal's trying to start one with like the Dark Universe. Have you heard about that?
I heard. With
the reboot of
the Mummy reboot, and then they're gonna do the Wolfman.
Which was so good. I mean, wow.
Did you see it?
I did see it.
Was it?
It
good?
was. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, Tom
I'm
Cruise.
a little jaded.
So.
Yeah, and Tom Cruise. Okay, well we're locked in. Now it's
well,
really
that's
the
what
Temple of
happens when
Doom.
you take a pendant from a statue.
Can be used to heal Elia. Okay, make sure Elia does not move when the spell is being cast. Good to know.
Yeah, another one of my favorite horror movies is The Babadook.
Really?
It came out a couple years ago. Actually,
I felt like it was a bit too slow for me, honestly.
Yeah, that's probably the critique of a lot of people have of it, and I think that's fair because it is a lot more about like the characters themselves, like what they're going through and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
That's fair. Okay, so we got some stuff. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, you got to go through the other door.
Okay.
Think,
Oh, there's another door. Goody.
I got the trap section.
And we've got traps. Amazing. I mean, what would a temple be without, you know, like pressure plates?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Go to the right. Oh.
Oh. Did I get it?
No, you didn't. Well, I think it was already started, so I don't think it really matters if you...
Run! Okay, I see him. I can see him on the floor now.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, they're sneaky.
Sneaky boys.
Here we go. And we're locked in.
Yay! Locked in.
Oh my God!
Oh. It's
a meat man.
It's a meat man.
Located by creatures, sanity loss occurs. Oh no! Beware, sanity loss affects perception, eventually health. Ah. Oh no! Every time it does this to me.
He's using his eyes on you.
Oh no!
Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for joining us on this wild and scary ride. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, where the fun continues with more Halloween horrors.
See you next time, and remember, it's always better to game together.